Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Fire and Maneuver with the Boshin War DLC. Last time around we brought down the forts, so they should be open to our attack. With that said, there is really nothing holding us back, so we should proceed to attack the enemy. Now, given this army is already, the enemy army over here, is already brought quite low in terms of numbers, I feel as though I will bring, I think I will go ahead and bring in the modernizing force. So we'll attack with the modernizing force, because I want to give these guys some points. Now, right now, they have very few points. There's one unit with 7 points. That's about it. So they go in, they destroy this army. They'll get tons of experience points for that. So I can go ahead and upgrade them, and they can become just as well versed in battle as my other armies, mainly then the Satsuro army and the Satsuma domain one. And then as time goes on, hopefully we'll get enough money so we'll modernize their weapons as well. And suddenly I've got a mighty force. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and attack. It might be that these guys do not even stand the attack and they actually leave immediately. So we got the Battle of East Mino. This is going to be a slaughter. I'm not gonna need to bring in anyone. We're just gonna go ahead and fight. I've done one initial move, but I thought we'd go ahead and take a look at where we're at right now. So they do start with a fort. I don't know exactly how the fort works, but I guess you can place a unit inside that is really well defended. And with the fact that you got a choke point moving up to it and a bit of a hill, they've got like a pretty good defensive area here. I don't think the AI will be able to use it though. It's going to be important here as I approach with my units in column that we don't march too far forward, because the guys on the hill will definitely be able to shoot on us. So I'm thinking we march up to about the house before we form into line. Then we got the guards, and we can get them out here. I think I can move one more time in column to try and get closer to the hill before we form into line. Here's a mix of troops. So we've got one from the Satsuro army, and then we've got one of these light units. I'm thinking the light unit's not that great, so I'm gonna have him move that way, and I'm gonna have the Satsuro guy move this way, and we're gonna have the cavalry move this way. Now, normally lose cavalry, but I'm thinking I'm just gonna have them kind of support the Satsuro unit, and it's gonna keep kind of just the enemy occupied. Like, they're gonna have to spend some resources defending here while my real attack goes through here. And now we bring up the artillery. The artillery also doesn't have that great range of where they can fire. Like, the wood is covering here, the wood is covering here. What I could do is I could have one cannon move this way, so I'll be able to get some shots through here. But otherwise, you have kind of a short area moving in through here, and if maybe I can get one here, I can get fire through here. But it's, you know, from here, they're within musket range of a lot of areas here, so we'll see how that goes. They have deployed in line there. Luckily for me, most of them keep in the back. Maybe if I was quick enough, I could actually get into the actual house. From here, will I be able to fire? No, I will not be able to fire on the hill, so they will be able to fire on me, which isn't ideal. But there we have it. We're getting really close here to the troops on the other side. But we're gonna move up here and then form into line. You're gonna move here. Can set the cavalry up on the hill. You up here. Can I actually move them into skirmish line? I've got a few units here. 2 broken units from the Sachudo army and then 1 of the light units from the modernizing force. But I am gonna just keep them back there and serve. I'm not gonna risk them. He moves off the hill, which was really stupid. We have 2 cavalry units moving up. Moved into fire at will, so if I move within their range, they will fire. The thing is, I don't want to move up onto the hill until I've secured the flank. Like, I don't want to end up in a position where I'm caught kind of out of line here. One thing that is bad about the guard units is the guard units they do not have long range, so they just have double fire, and they can only fire 1 square ahead of them. So that's not great. Actually, I should turn that slightly to the side. Or maybe not actually, because that will open up for the enemy to move in and do 1 nasty flank fire on me. Moving this way, I'll stay fine. Next turn you're gonna have to move into line, and here comes the cannons. I feel like the old style cannon could be set up here to fire here, and then the Armstrong gun, which is gonna do a lot of damage, need to kind of come up here to fire on them. And the enemy isn't really doing much, so I think I might even be able to cross here, and we're gonna prepare that I can cross the cavalry as well by forming them into column. And there we go. Very indecisive of the enemy. So we might have some moves here. They kind of keep back, but then again, their army is very broken down here. Ooh. Okay. Our cavalry moves up. Need to get rid of them the first thing I do. Now we take nasty hits from this guy over here. But what I'm thinking is, first things first, is this guard unit will move and then fire twice. You will start moving forward. You will move out here. Fire once. You will stay. Ooh, he's gonna continue. If I turn this way, then they risk getting fire from here. And if I turn in there, then clearly this one's gonna fire. I think he's gonna be stuck there. We're gonna move to here, and then move into line. Cannon. I don't think they're gonna move into the castle, looking at this rate. So I'm gonna be a little bit bold, and I'm gonna bring this cannon up to here. And then, I don't think we're gonna... Now the Armstrong gun is moving straight into enemy cavalry, but I'm thinking I'm gonna shoot them down, all of them. So that'll be fine. The Armstrong gun is set up to fire through here. Right, so a little bit risky here. It's gonna bank all on this one being able to fire upon them before they go ahead and charge. And they charge into one of my infantry units, almost entirely annihilating it. There wasn't much I could do there because, well, I had the movement range and so on. So that wasn't great. We want to fast forward through here. Okay, so now at least he's stuck in the second one, so he won't be able to... Anyways, you move into line. And you can fire on a flank. You will move into line. Now, I want to make sure here that the cavalry doesn't break this unit down and then goes onto my Armstrong gun, so we're gonna move like that. We've got bloody Gatling gun coming up. That could be nasty. I'm gonna see about if I can bring the cannon up onto the hill. Now I'm being very risky here. Infantry unit can get to about here, and then move into line, fire. And then I want the cavalry to slip through. The guard cavalry is the one that can do 2 maneuvers, so you can actually move across, move forward into the attack, and then turn into line. This attack went a lot worse than I thought, but then again, the enemy had some really great terrain. Okay, the cavalry was sent away. Oh, they moved the cannon up onto the hill. Right. But he'll be absolutely destroyed by the guard unit once it's their turn to move. And I'll be getting my cannons up onto the hill. Both of these have turned to face this one, which is good. And I don't have to worry as much about that. This guy, though, I think if I move him down here, focus on these, there's a risk of flank fire, right? There's a large risk of flank fire. However, I'm thinking that my Armstrong guns won't be able to get all of them. However, my Armstrong gun will be able to get this unit. It might be better to focus like that beforehand. You cannot move forward that way because that will block the Armstrong guns. However, you can move up here, and then you can move there. You can move here. Oh. You can't, of course, fire that far. They have not deployed. They're still in column, so they have not deployed properly. Cavalry unit. Actually, I want the guard. The guards can move in, then form into line. Once they're in line, they can fire and kill that. You, let's see, go through all the orders. 12th Regiment will turn, and then fire. And from here, you will move into line. And then finally then, the unit that I don't really care about will turn and fire. Right. Let's see how this goes. Good shot from the Armstrong, dealing a lot of damage over there. We are able to turn. We return fire. The cannons move into each other, and we have cannon melee. That I should get a Steam achievement for that. Cannons bayonet charging each other, or I should say 12-pounder Napoleons. Charging Gatling guns. Have you ever seen such a thing? Such an affair? Remember the battle of... what was this? I can't remember what this battlefield was called. But you remember? We're doing really poorly, actually. This is probably my highest casualties so far in any battle. We've got perfect flank fire, so definitely gonna fire there. And then we're gonna follow up with 2 shots by the Armstrong gun. I'm gonna move up onto the hill, and then to finalize it, we're gonna shoot twice again. Now you're in line, but you're in line, but you're facing the wrong way, which is bad. Now the guard cavalry is in the castle. I want them to move out, and then they will fire twice on this. You can't move that quickly. You will move like that. And then fire at will. This cavalry will move to this side. You will advance. Fire twice. And then finally you will fire over here. Did I order this one? Yes. He fires there. After he fires, he can move this way. Right, so first things first is you firing. Right. Annihilating troops over there. And then the troops get up onto the hill. Now waste a lot of points there with stuff that is not necessary because they've got nothing to fire on. A little bit odd there that they went ahead and... Oh yeah, he moved, so now I can no longer fire on him with the cavalry. A little bit odd, what was I thinking? A little bit odd that the cannons charge each other and then not only charge each other, but for some reason he decided to move the cannons the other way around or deploy them to the side. Good hits, but not enough to do... Ooh! Was that a -4 for flank fire? I think they actually killed the regiment over there. Yes, they did! This little unit is performing really well. I think that what I should have done is probably move them into skirmish formation. Right. We want to focus... I guess we want to focus here. There's more risk to our units over here. Guard cavalry moving forward, firing twice. So we bring in everyone. I want one of my units, at least one of my units needs to sit in the fort, right? Cannon has nothing to fire upon. The guard unit on the hill cannot fire. So after that is done, we will focus our troops over here. You cannot fire. You're going to fire at will, but you will be able to move up and fire. And then lastly then, these cannons will turn. You can't do anything to fire at will. And so the big movements is going to take place over here. Let's go ahead and start the battle. Good hit. Additional hit. I think the guard cavalry alone will be able to take these out. So I don't need to... Well, it looks like I'm going to have to bring up the dragoons then. So it was good that we brought in everyone then to go ahead and attack this unit. Side hit, -1. Pretty weak side hit. But then again, not all companies were present in that one. With that, we're gonna go all the way over here. See what happens here. There's only a single full-strength company left in that one. Right, I think... Oh! We didn't need to do anything because we are victorious. However, one unit completely gone, and then lots of companies lost in a lot of these. Now these were sustained before, even before the battle, but probably the highest casualties to date for my army. So I sustained 4,000 casualties in this battle. The enemy also sustaining about 4,000. I recover 1,400, while the enemy recovers 2,400, so 1,000 men more than me. They still retain 5,000 men, but I wonder if this army even will stand, because this is the second time in this turn that I've beaten this army. And yeah, it's no longer there. Lucky for me, that unit survived, but 480 men are what's left in it. Oh, I can pursue again. I have the opportunity to pursue again. And even though the Sachudo army is a lot weaker, I feel like the Sachudo army should lead this attack. Or maybe I should start attacking here, at this one. Where they do actually have quite a bit of strength. Or at least as long as some of these forces can actually follow me. The Tosa army should move over here. And so now we actually have enough strength, I feel like, to move through and attack here. These two can continue this assault through. I want to, since we have the opportunity here to once again strike them, I want to pursue them until destruction. So the Sachudo army will take over and lead here in the second one. Yeah, I think this means they're gonna be completely gone. So let's go ahead and fight this one. The Battle of Kaga. And we're underway for this battle where we are looking to hopefully destroy completely this army group, as this will be the third battle they're involved in. I'm a little bit, I should probably be a little bit more cautious when fighting these battles. We've got a cavalry unit that's deployed in skirmish line right in front of my cannons, and they've done quite a bit of damage. So the enemy is able to really exploit the fact that I move quite uncautiously forward quite far. But let's go ahead and end turn and see what happens. So the cannons will obviously fire immediately. We seem to have lost 2 batteries. However, now when my cavalry comes up, they should hopefully utterly destroy these. Good thing is, the stupid cavalry rides in to my fire, which is great. Seems like the artillery wasn't really, even at that close range, we're not really able to deliver the kind of punch that I wanted to. We are breaking down the enemy though. But my armies here are definitely gonna need quite a bit of rest since we're down so many companies. And I'm kind of exhausting my troops moving like this. Keep fighting these battles. But if I don't keep the momentum up, the enemy is going to be able to get away. Right, so I think rather than firing with the cannons first, I'm going to fire with the cavalry twice, and that should hopefully destroy these. Then what we got going here is I want to turn, because I want to get the Gatling guns. Might have wanted to fire on them first. And we're going to move out here, fire twice. I feel like these guys are probably going to move, but I'm going to fire twice there. Let's see, who else do I want to move? Then once this is done, I think I'll set the cannons on fire at will actually. And you will fire at will as well, and you will fire at will, and there we go. Let's see how this goes. First thing's most important, yes, gone. Lots of fire going in on these from the Gatling guns, doing a lot of damage, but we return fire. And they're gone. We move out. Fire twice. They fire directly at each other. And gone. Ooh, these have not been able to move. They're gonna hold that position. Gonna be fired up the side twice. Destroyed. Cannons. I don't think they get a target. And neither does anyone else here. Right. I think most important to move will be this one. To turn and then fire twice. Then you should come up on the hill, fire twice on that guy. We're gonna start moving these regiments forward now. That's gonna block the Armstrong guns, but they can't fire anyways. So the Armstrong guns will turn this way and be able to fire on these. Cavalry will move up. I've got a cavalry unit over here. And you will go to fire at will. There we go. So we started off here. We took a front hit. We took a second front hit. That did a lot more damage to me than it did to them. And the start of next turn, maybe I should move into skirmish line just as they. If there even is one. I think, yeah, that's basically that done. Right, so here, very deadly. First time for me. Going into skirmish line, then we're gonna fire twice. You're gonna move up, fire twice on these. Move up here. Oh, you can actually fire from all the way up here. Good. And I feel like even if I take heavy damage over on this side, this is gonna be the last one. So let's see if they're able to fire first. Yes, they are. I think, yeah. Unfortunately, probably better to fire first than to move into skirmish line, but there we have that. I think we're gonna bring them down below 25. Yeah, they're already at 23. So that was it. Hopefully though that guard unit will recover, although the guard unit aren't that great. Well, just because the weapons they carry. I should switch that out for them to fire long-range muskets instead. Here's the result of that battle. We lost 2,400, got 800 back, and so on. It's not really that important. Now I want to take a look at my army here. The guards are still there. And the Sachuda army is still there, and all the troops are still there. Nice. And we have pushed these guys far, far away. And they have... now we can actually see that they have properly lost units. Like, they cannot be seen here anymore, although I can see still here. It says that they got 2 cannons. And they got 8 infantry and 2 cavalry, but clearly they only have 6 infantry left. The thing is, I can actually... wow, I can run them down even further. We can get another go at them. But then it's only 6 infantry. But now we're so far into enemy territory that I don't think I dare go that far. And you can't go through because there's too many guys here, right? Wait, what was that? Yeah, you have already. Then we should conduct our attack on this army right here. They do have 2 wooden cannons, so yeah, that's gonna be an interesting fight because they're gonna get a fort, right? And they're quite a few of them. Oh, I brought both armies, right? It's 50-50. Battle of Gifu. This one will be really important because now I will actually take an important territory if we win this fight. So onwards to battle. I've made some preliminary moves yet again, and we're about to come into contact with the enemy, so let's go ahead and roll the dice and see what happens. So first things first is the enemy charge across the bridge. Now we were able to get some shots off, so hopefully we will actually succeed here. Looks like we're doing pretty well, but I'm sure we're gonna lose quite a bit of companies in this regiment. Right now these guys are set and fired well. I wonder if they will actually fire into the back. Also, I kind of missed, because they were moving in that sort of staggered formation, that it was a full-size bloody samurai regiment coming through. That's gonna bode nasty for my cannons if they're able to catch them. Oh, we had a unit move forward over here. get destroyed. Looks like they're even, but who knows what will happen there. As that is going on, there's a darn risk here moving the cannons up. I'm gonna move the worst cannon up first. Can I have them? Wait, let's do that again. What I want to do is I want to make sure the worst cannons move up first. And so if the enemy decides to fire, they'll destroy them more so than the others. Whoever wins this fight is going to get shot at, but this one, well, not if it's my own unit. We've got the two wooden cannons kind of out there on their own without proper protection. Light infantry is pretty good in the fact that they can move through the sides like that. And they don't just have forward, backward, side to side, but they have these sort of on the tilt. Cavalry is going to move back. Once again, just moving cavalry around to kind of drag in. Oh, they're all set to fire at will. However, this one's set to fire here. And this one's kind of set to fire... No, he's set to fire here. So they kind of... Yeah, I should be able to avoid that. With that, let's go ahead and end turn. It's going to be interesting to see. I'm worried that this guy will fire. Oh, he fired into this. Fired into his own cavalry's back, which makes sure that I win that fight. Oh. The wooden cannons move up onto the hill. I feel like I'm making fun of them because they're kind of odd things that probably don't do that much damage just by the way of the construction and so on, and compared to the other cannons that are available. But they could potentially be really deadly. Right, the enemy was destroyed over there. Let's go ahead and deploy the artillery. Then you will fire across the river. You will move up on and then fire on the oblique. And then you will fire on that one. You will move up and then fire on that one. They've got their hill, so I don't want to approach that. I would rather us going up on this hill. So let's move like that. So right now we're taking control of this side, while the enemy has deployed a lot of units over here, with nothing really to support them. I feel like priority might have been... No, I mean priority over here doesn't really make sense because it's only cannons. Here is where we actually got a fight going on. Next time around, the amount of firepower I'll be able to bring down on this unit will be immense. Oh, we might not even need that because the unit's almost dead already. Let's have this unit fire the killing blow then. Then just to make sure we'll fire once more. Then I will lay fire onto you. And these cannons are already turned. So they will be firing that way. The wooden cannons taking lots of damage. However, as much as I like to destroy them, we're gonna move up and take control here. So we can deal with them as well, the units coming forward here. So that means that we have a wooden cannon in our midst that is not destroyed. Oh no! What could he do? Probably nothing. Also, a little bit like... I don't know why the enemy isn't utilizing their fort. It's a very strong position, I imagine. I'd imagine like the amount of bonuses you should get from sitting in that fort should be quite immense. Like, you know, charge against, you know, defense against charge, defense against fire and so on, defense against the black arts, all that kind of stuff. Good hits. They probably regret right about now that they gave up this nice hill to us. Okay, so as we go through here, what we want to do is we want to start crossing the river, but right now I think prioritize the area around here. So I'm gonna start with cavalry doing a bold move. Actually, what we'll do with the cavalry is I'll do this. Oh, you're melee cavalry? You can fire, but I don't know why you're not able, why I can't give you an order to fire. Why can't I give them an order to fire? Because I'm moving them up, and they clearly have an order to fire left. But I guess they don't have weapons. They do have a fire order, but they don't actually have firearms on them, so they cannot fire. We're gonna move them one step ahead so they can charge next turn then. And then you will fire twice. And then 3 there. And then you will fire there. And so that's done. Then we'll go over here. We start to level some fire into these. And then we're gonna start to cross. So we're gonna cross the river. And that'd be nice. Let's go ahead and take a look. The cavalry move up. We take some hits over here. We take some hits on the hill. Yeah, that's one thing here on the hill, because he's within range of 3 units. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 units. But they could start to take proper hits. But now the wooden cannons are gone, so I should be able to get both skirmish units up there, so that will be good. And my cannons got both of their shots off, so that's great. And that's wonderful. Let's move up like that. You fire this way, you fire that way. No, that's not how we do it. You can't fire. You need to be within 4, and then the 5th will be the charge. He is firing all the way up here. I feel like... will he be able to react on me moving like that? Hopefully not. Then comes the cannon fire, and then these 2 units move up. I feel like if I move on the move on an angle like that, I won't be able to fire. Move up. There we go. Why have I ordered you? Oh yeah, you can't fire because of your position, right. And turn. We're moving up on a hill. Getting some nasty flank fire. They're still within range of the artillery. These guys move up. Now my cavalry will be ready next turn, hopefully, to charge this regiment in the back. Good hit by the artillery. So that is what we'll conduct first. We'll move up like that. And then charge. Then you will fire, you will turn, you will fire. You will turn, and you will face these. You will move up, fire. You will move up, fire. The Armstrong guns can no longer fire, but you can still get off a shot all the way over there. And with that, we'll end turn. Right, so first thing, the cavalry charge. And they're not able to respond in time. Or at least that's what I thought happened. It said just clash. Didn't say back hit. And they didn't suffer immense damage, so... And also here, now this unit's moving up right behind, can shoot my cavalry in the back. I was so concerned about doing a melee charge that I never considered whether I should. Move up, fire twice. You will turn. Damn! The amount of range these guys get from the hill. What if I turn you this way? No, you don't have range, do you? Or I guess you did. And you will be moving there. Actually, you can fire twice. But the rest of them are out of range. Wait, they were able to disengage from my cavalry just like that? Ha! Now I get side hit. And now this unit should be able to fire. Get front hit. Not as impressive. Fast forward. Ha! My cavalry survived then. Great. Wonderful victory. With very few casualties. And we inflicted quite a bit on the enemy. Objective gained! Congratulations, General. Your strategic prowess and unwavering leadership has resulted in the successful capture of an objective. Your men fought with valor and tenacity, securing this vital position for the glory of your nation, of our nation. I went ahead a little bit, giving the nation to myself. The enemy has been dealt a decisive blow, and the path to ultimate victory is now clear. The nation is proud of your achievement and looks forward to your continued success in the campaign. Well done, General. Glory. Collect war spoils. Cash minus manpower. I impress the locals. I need manpower right now to cover for all the battles we have done. We force these guys back. They're still fighting force though. So I want to make sure that we keep this under control. So I'm going to move the second force in there. I guess doing this costs manpower, and I would rather have units at full strength than bringing that down. And I think we'll hold as it is right now. So I'll do maybe a turn or so, just holding this line before moving forward. Now, next target is here. And my plan for that is to surround it. So depending on how it goes, next time around what we might see is me surrounding this area and then crushing these two army groups by moving through and surrounding it. So that might be where we start next time around. But we'll see. We'll see. Right now we're in a really good position. And gaining this means that I gain 7,000 manpower per turn. And I gain about almost 7,000 koku, or whatever it is we... whatever... Damn! What the crap? How... these guys can move really bloody far. The agitators... I mean, early on in this campaign, I could move one tile. Oh, we can even... additional 2 moves after that, even. And this is a huge force. Anyways. I'm gonna end the video right here. But right now, we seem to have the enemy on our route. And hopefully... they don't have much left. We had heavy fighting here, especially all the battles around Toba-Fushima. But once I managed to actually figure out how the game works, we were able to push around, and now my forces are set to springboard through the north of Japan and bring ultimate victory for the Emperor. But with that said, I'm going to end the video right here. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.